Swadika, and thank you for joining us for the evening edition of NBT World Brief right here on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Pratira Kausan. Thailand has discussed the peace-building efforts in the Middle East with Kuwait and Jordan on the sideline meetings of the Global Fraud Summit in Vienna, Austria. Thai Minister of Foreign Affairs Siyasak KHEOW held telephone conversations with Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Kuwait, Sheikh Jarrah Jaber Al Ahmad Al Sabah, and Jordanian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Ayman Al Safadi. The conversations underscored Thailand's continuous support for regional partners in addressing the Middle East crisis and advancing diplomatic peace efforts. This includes participation in the ASEAN Foreign Ministers' special meeting on the situation in the Middle East on March 13th. Minister Siyasak expressed profound gratitude for the care provided to Thai nationals and the facilitation of their safe return to the kingdom. Kuwait and Jordan reaffirmed their dedication to assisting Thai residents and supporting those who wish to repatriate. Both nations voiced concerns regarding the vessel Mayuri Nari and emphasized the necessity of protecting freedom of navigation in the region. Jordan remains a vital transit hub for the repatriation of Thai citizens from across the Middle East. The Joint Management and Monitoring Center for the Situation in the Middle East is coordinating a multi-agency response to manage energy supplies and cost of living pressures. Inspector General and Deputy Spokesperson of the Ministry of Commerce, Kanita Kangsawanit, stated that the ministry has mobilized provincial commerce officers across all 76 provinces to monitor commodity prices daily. This intensive surveillance is designed to prevent unfair price hikes and hoarding of essential consumer goods as global energy costs fluctuate. Regarding agricultural security, officials confirmed that national fertilizer stocks are currently sufficient to last through May. The Ministry of Commerce is actively managing price controls for these supplies while coordinating with international partners to secure new shipments and alternative raw materials. Deputy Director General of the Department of Alternative Energy Development and Efficiency, Pachari Jongrak, reported that the government is utilizing the Oil Fuel Fund to stabilize retail fuel prices. Efforts are underway to procure crude oil reserves from diverse international sources while maximizing domestic energy production. The Ministry of Energy has established a target for government agencies to reduce their energy consumption by 10%. Specific measures include maintaining air conditioning temperatures at 26 to 27 degrees Celsius and reducing unnecessary vehicle use through carpooling and coordinated travel. Agencies are also instructed to turn off lights in unused areas and expand work-from-home arrangements where possible. According to Deputy Spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Panidon Patchimsawat, to date, over 1,100 Thai nationals have been assisted with repatriations. Embassies across the Middle East remain on high alert to provide guidance and coordinate travel for those wishing to return home. The SONGKHLA Oil Traders Association has assured the public that member gas stations are not stockpiling fuel. Despite supply constraints and surging demand in SONGKHLA province, retailers continue to operate normally. The association urged consumers to remain calm as the agency and the Provincial Energy Office monitor the situation closely to ensure compliance with national regulations and fair distribution. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East has led to significant reductions in fuel distribution from regional depots. The association noted that one of the stations under the organization previously received 14,000 liters per day, but now receives only between 7,000 to 8,000 liters daily. This decrease has increased transportation costs at a time when consumer demand has nearly tripled. To manage this imbalance, stations have introduced a refueling limit of 500 baht per visit for private vehicles to ensure that fuel remains available for as many citizens as possible. Priority access is being maintained for emergency services, government vehicles, transport operators, and regular agricultural customers who rely on fuel for their daily livelihood. While walk-in customers requesting fuel in large containers are assessed individually, the association remains flexible for essential humanitarian needs. The Office of Public Sector Anti-Corruption Commission has joined forces with the Office of the Narcotics Control Board and the Anti-Money Laundering Office to prosecute state officials involved in drug crimes. The two agencies are set to enhance information sharing to identify government personnel linked to drug use, trafficking, or criminal networks. A key element of this new enforcement strategy is the expanded accountability for leadership. Supervisors will now be held responsible if their subordinates are found guilty of narcotics violations. These leaders must demonstrate that they did not neglect their duties or ignore illegal activities within their departments. Failure to provide proper oversight could result in severe disciplinary actions against senior officials, including mandatory reassignments or transfers. This policy is intended to ensure that responsibility extends throughout the entire chain of command, rather than just at the operational level. The two organizations emphasize that senior officials must share the consequences when their staff is implicated in narcotics cases. While specific details remain confidential to protect the integrity of ongoing investigations, authorities confirm that a large-scale enforcement operation is currently being planned. KHAO Open Zoo is pursuing legal action after a Thai man entered the enclosure of DENG, a pygmy hippopotamus, to take close-up photos. The incident occurred when the individual entered a restricted area while the staff was occupied with routine duties. Security personnel detained him at the scene and transferred him to the police, who are now investigating and preparing charges. Zoo officials said the animal was not injured, though it may have experienced slight stress from the encounter. Veterinary staff are continuing to observe its condition. The zoo urged visitors to follow safety rules and respect barriers, warning that violations will lead to strict legal action to protect both animals and the public. And that wraps up our evening edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, Sawasdee Kha.